I just spun a rod in my 86 and I didn't get it on video, but I'm driving home right now with a spun bearing and hopefully we make it. I'm just kind of, it doesn't sound bad when you're accelerating, but when you let off, we definitely don't know if that's on camera, but this sucks. And I'm very, very far away from home, but my brother is behind me and he's in a Miata, so can't really take my dog and me in there at the same time. And I figured the damage is already done, so I'll just drive the 86 with the spun bearing. I'll update you if it stops running or it sounds terrible. So this kind of sucks. Welcome back to another backyard built video. In this video, we're going to be tearing apart the 4AGE 16 valve and seeing what kind of damage lies inside the engine. Before we go on, I have some new stickers available on my Big Cartel store. I would really appreciate if you go check those out. It's a good way to support the channel and get something in return. I can't promise anything, but it'll make me more motivated and definitely have a little bit more change to spend on the car and make some content. I know you guys like that, and I hope you guys like the stickers as well. So anyways, the backstory for this video is going around this loop I go on sometimes. It's a nice drive through the mountains, going back through small towns and back north on Highway 7. And unfortunately, got a little rowdy, hit that 8,000 RPM, and the shit started making some bad noise, which hopefully you can't relate to, but if you can, you just know that you could just feel your wallet getting lighter and lighter and lighter, and pretty soon it's empty. Pretty soon the bank is calling you being like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? Stop spending money on that piece of shit. Unfortunately, they didn't do that for me, that little voice of reason I needed, so I got a little bit carried away. Thought I might as well do a full swap instead of just machining the crank and throwing some new bearings in there, which would have been a lot cheaper and a lot faster, but also same problem probably would have happened again. So, also doing this during a global pandemic was an awful time to do an engine conversion. I cannot find a single 4AGE blacktop of any kind, any mileage, any condition on the internet at all now. Nobody's importing engines or parts or anything these days, which is a huge bummer. Maybe it's not as bad these days, but a couple months ago when I was doing it, it was really dry. It's ridiculous that international shipping is affected by this whole global pandemic. I don't know if you could even call it that, but oh my God. Hey guys, definitely 100% for sure, just put the parts in the box and send them away. There's no reason to wait 3 or 4 months for a part to show up. Ridiculous. Anyways, this is a little rant for the video. I hate doing voiceovers, man. Never know what to talk about. I feel like I made this same video probably 10 times, removing an engine and finding out what's wrong with it. There's probably 10,000 videos on YouTube about this in old Japanese cars, and you just happen to click on this one, but it's not even that interesting. I'm just here mumbling along because I'm tired of YouTube's copyright strikes. I can't even put good music on videos anymore. They even disabled YouTube Creator Studio, a copyright checker for music, so that's pretty annoying. Also, if you want to see some music, if you want to hear some music, you don't fucking see music, hit up my playlists on my channel. Every single playlist, every single song I use in videos is on the playlist section. Also, I'm going to be making a playlist of this whole video series. Alright, I'm not really sure what else to talk about. I'm going to wait until the video gets to the part where I remove the oil pan, and so you can see exactly what happened in the bottom end of this engine. It's pretty bad, and I'll explain more of that in a second.
Wait a minute. I know who you are. Yeah, but I heard you were dead.
I am. So chopped and screwed right now. about what the fuck he be doing. It's DJ Smokey.
DJ Smokey, so hot, he's on fire.
Posse. Oh yes, there will be blood.
Alright, so we got the engine stand all set up on the block, and now it's time to take off the oil pan to see the damage. I wasn't exactly sure which bearing shell it would be, so I just kind of wiggled them to check. Real easy way to do that if you know for 100% that you spun a bearing. Ended up being, I think it was number 3. So wiggled that, and it was almost exactly the same condition as the original engine that came in this car when I bought it. Had exactly the same rod, same problem. So it must be very specific to big port 4AGEs. That's the first one that goes under oil starvation. I'm not exactly sure what caused it. I know I had enough oil in the car. I just think it was oil trapped in the cylinder head. because I read that that's kind of an issue with these 16 valves, is that it doesn't drain fast enough when you're kind of racing them about and stuff. So that might have been it, just oil trapped in the cylinder head. Did I just say it was not an oil starvation issue? I don't know. Anyways, I don't know what it was. I don't even know what I'm talking about. But anyways, there was oil pressure. That's all I know. It was fine. Exactly how it was every other time I ripped the car. So I don't know. Maybe it just got too hot and sloshed around. I don't know. I wish I knew, but I also don't care because now this problem is behind me. Anyways, I ended up selling that 4AGE to some guy with an 87 Celica, I think it was. And I asked him why he wanted it and what he's going to do with it. He said he wanted to rear-wheel drive swap an 87 Celica, which is just the weirdest thing I've ever heard in my life. Also, completely pointless, because you know what they did make a couple years before that? Rear-wheel drive Celicas. They made those. So why the hell would you swap a front-wheel drive to rear-wheel drive Celica? I don't know. It's just one of those pipe dream builds, I think. But it's all good because he gave me money and I unloaded an engine that will probably never run again. So, cool. Anyways, that's that. Make sure to check out the stickers. I think about making a Patreon, but I can't promise regular uploads, so I don't know. Maybe I'll do that. Anyways, thank you for watching. New video next week. I think that's everything. So, anyways, 10th video I've made like this on the channel, just tearing apart a broken engine, but it's content. Alright, next week, see ya.
I don't give a damn what you think you are entitled to.
Posse, 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 posse.
You're listening to DJ Smokey.